That means he grunts during the sex scenes. Hello, you fucks. Welcome to John Solo's I'm Tired This Morning Beard Brigade. I'm John Solo. You might be. I'm not exactly sure. It's Halloween, so if you want to make an outfit for it, well, you guys are watching it after Halloween, but it's Halloween today when we're recording, and I'm not wearing an outfit. What are you wearing?
Neither am I.
You're not wearing an outfit?
No, I don't even have to work tonight, thank goodness.
Ta-da! I bet you, dude, delivery like on Halloween has got to be crazy.
It is.
Yeah. Do you have to like weave through lines of children getting candy and all that?
Yes.
And
They're all in the middle of the road.
Do you get candy yourself when you go up? You're like, here's your pizza, give me some candy.
No.
That seems unfair.
I get money.
Well, that's way better than candy, I suppose.
Yeah, I get money. I don't get candy. I got plenty here. My father.
Your father is a candy junkie?
Yes.
Nice. So now it's like all in your room and stuff because you two are sharing a bed?
No, we're not sharing a bed.
I'm sorry.
No, that's just wrong.
I enjoy myself. Well, this is your weekly breakdown of MM Romance audiobook new releases. Little Alyssa Gramling puts together a list every week of everything that just came out, and we go over it. We don't check pronunciations of author names or narrator names, so that's a lot of fun. And we've got a pretty big list today.
We used to.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Let's get into this. The first one this week we have is Changeling, an MM paranormal fantasy romance, Outcast Mates by Lee Colgan, narrated by Tom Zadoyko. I do enjoy that name. Next we had
Under the Mistletoe with You by Lizzie Huxley Jones, narrated by Alex Phelps.
Then we had More Than a Spark, Rock You, Book 6 by Christy Gordon, narrated by Finley Cole. Then we had
Rescue Us, Must Love Dogs by Andrew Gray, narrated by Jeffrey Knightley.
I'll tell you what, that's a big dog in the background there. Then we had Safe Place to Land by Ryan Webb, narrated by Quinn McKenzie. Then we had
Beautiful Monster by Rick R. Reed, narrated by Alan Ross.
Then we had Swan Hearts, Plum Valley Cowboys, Book 4 by Emmy Sanders, narrated by Blake Lockhart. Congratulations, Blake. After that, we had another Andrew Gray.
Yeah, this time for Always by Andrew Gray, narrated by Ryan Diamond.
Demon. Let's say it like that. Demon. I don't know. Damone. I'm not exactly sure. Then we had On the Edge, Mount Hope, Book 3 by Annabeth Albert, narrated by Chorizo Michael Dean. Then we had
Nuts and Bolts by B.L. Maxwell, narrated by Guy Vierser.
I enjoy these. Then we had The Wolf's Unlucky Fae by Michelle Notaro, narrated by Michael Leslie. After that, we had
Bay, The Smoky Veil Alliance, Book 1 by Gianni Holmes, narrated by John Solo.
And by the way, I've already narrated books 2 and 3 of this. They're with Tantor right now on their post-production, so they should be coming out very shortly as well. Then we had Winging It, Hockey Ever After, Book 1 by Ashley Kane and Morgan James, narrated by Nick J. Russo. Then we had
The Curious Mountain Man, Moving to the Mountain series by Casey Cox, narrated by Kurt Graves.
Then we had Temperance, Damned Connections, Book 3 by Lark Taylor, narrated by Will M. Watt and Dan Cali. After that, we have somebody sent in an audio clip. This will be Liam DeCosmo. We love Liam. I'm going to flip over the scene, and we will play the clip. And thank you, by the way, for sending this in, buddy.
Hey, everybody. It's your favorite male romance narrator, Liam DeCosmo. I just wanted to take a quick minute to talk about Hunt Me, Crave the Chase. This is book number 3 by Faye Quinn in the Spooky Boys series, which is really cool because I've actually already done 3 books prior to this one. So this would actually be the 4th book for me. I started out this series with Bite Me, and then Possess Me, and then there's a standalone book called There's a Monster in the Woods, which is like a solo point of view on that one because the other character is kind of nonverbal. These were super fun to do. Faye Quinn has a very intriguing and interesting writing style, and it really allows you to connect with the characters very quickly, and you kind of give yourself over to each one of those characters respectively. It's not as though you only connect with one of the 2 point of views, which I really enjoy. For this one, for Hunt Me, I'm actually the point of view of Jeffrey, and Alex Sandys does the point of view for Mutt. With Jeffrey, he's basically moving back to his hometown looking for kind of like a return to normalcy after what was basically a very troubled past, part of which was him working as a hunter of monsters and demons and trying to reconcile that past with returning to a town which is basically filled with monsters and demons. Whereas the other point of view of Mutt is actually a werewolf, and they have a very interesting chance encounter early in the book, and Mutt basically, you could almost say, like, imprints to some degree on Jeffrey, and it's just how do they reconcile, how do they find a way to make what could be a very blossoming relationship come to pass, and some of the issues that arise because of their pasts or really because of their presence. So it's a great book. It's like I said, high heat, male romance, happy ending, no cliffhangers. And I think you guys will have a lot of fun with this one. So hopefully you give it a listen and let me know what you think.
Thanks for sending that in, Liam. It's good to hear from you again, man. And it sounds like a cool book. The werewolf on there on the cover. Now, is he the collared one? That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Which makes sense. He's a dog. Just leave that one lay there.
God.
The next one we had was Witchcraft in the Woods, Where the Wild Things Grow, Book 3 by Aaron Hadley, narrated by Aidan Snow, Aaron Shedlock, Spider-Man, and Katana Jones. Then we had
A Touch of Christmas Magic by A.D. Ellis, narrated by Dan Levy.
After that, we had Alpha's Kiss, claimed Book 1 by Shannon West, narrated by Gabriel McKnight. Then we had
Phoenix Spy, Brothers of Fire, Book 1 by T.J. Nichols, narrated by Roberto Scarlato.
Is he in the mob? I'm just saying. After that, we had The Mercenary's Guide to Mishaps and Romance, The Hitman's Guide, Book 7 by Alice Winters, narrated by Michael Fululu. And I know that's a huge release this week. There's a lot of people who are going to be listening to that. After that, we had
Just Romantically Invested, Accidental Love, Book 4 by Saxon James, and narrated by Teddy Hamilton. Ooh.
And
Teddy.
we know what Alyssa is going to be listening to.
No, I'm already listening to something right now.
Yeah?
Greg.
Oh, yeah, well, anytime Greg puts out something to you, pretty much, he's got a golden voice, that bastard. The final release of this week was Silk and Sand, Seth and Raider Book 1 by Catherine Diane, who has 2 first names, narrated by Casey Jones, who is also associated with Death by Sea. And finally, what everybody's been waiting for here, what little Alyssa Gramling listened to this week, and it's a good one. I will shut up, and I promise I won't say a thing.
Sure. All right. I listened to Book 3 of Sent to a Fantasy World, and Now All the Men Want Me. Each book ends in a cliffhanger, and this one, of course, did as well. It was 4 bullets. Every book he finds a new mate. So I think there's going to end up being like 6 or 7 of them.
Well, you can never have too many mates.
Jacqueline is doing an amazing job with this whole series. Nick is doing an amazing job with this whole series. He still makes pretty noises.
That means he grunts during the sex scenes.
Or whimpers. I mean,
or whimpers.
either way. But yeah, it is a really good series. And I do highly recommend this.
Excellent. I've heard a lot of people talking about this as well. And of course, Nick knocks it out of the park always. You did a great job putting all this together.
Thank you.
Now, you've got another 3 weeks of your living situation before you're done here. Hopefully. Is that what it is?
I'm hoping.
Right. So if anyone out there in the crowd can offer Lissa, her own room somewhere in South Carolina for the next few weeks, that would be greatly appreciated, so she doesn't have to sleep with her father.
I'm not sleeping with my father. Oh my God, John.
I appreciate you hanging out. Thank you, guys. We will see you next week for another episode. Peace out. Love you.